Hey everyone, Lauren from Wildflowers here to show you some really beautiful stamping techniques with the powdered sugars. Right now what I'm doing is I'm applying a soak off, tack-free gel top coat to both of these black nails. I'm going to show you two techniques at once just to save a little bit of time. I'm going to cure the tack-free gel top coat, and then I'm going to be using the gold powdered sugar, which is the very top, and the gunmetal gray powdered sugar, which is the second from the bottom. And I just touch my silicone tool into the powder, and I'm rubbing this onto the nail as soon as it comes out of the light. I'm using a little bit of pressure as I apply. And now I'm going to take my tool and I'm going to just dip the other side of my tool into the gunmetal gray color. It just helps me work a little bit faster. So I'm burnishing this into the top coat after it's been cured, which is kind of different. I know we're used to working into the tacky layer. And after I've smoothed this in, what I'm going to do is just remove any excess. So that can be done using a lint-free pad. I'm just using my finger really fast to do it, but you want to make sure that there's no excess left on the nail. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bust out my stamping plate. This is actually the last stamping plate that I've released. It's the design plate number 2, and I'm going to be using Indigo Frock from C&D Shellac. It works great for stamping. Not all gel polishes work good for stamping, but C&D Shellac does, and I know I've talked to other educators from other companies. There's some gelish gel polishes that also work well, and I'm sure that other educators and manufacturers can chime in here. But I've applied this to the plate. I'm going to scrape it just like normal. I'm going to boink my stamper off, and so you can see I've picked up the image onto my stamper. And I'm going to line this up right where I want it, and I'm just going to apply the gel polish stamp to the nail. Now this gel polish is wet. It has not been cured. And I'm going to go ahead and remove the excess on a piece of paper. I find that a piece of paper works really well to remove the excess gel polish from my stamper. I'm going to do this other design too, that way I can pop them both into the light at the same time. And this is the Quadro Foil design. So again, I'm going to apply my gel polish. I'm not worried about covering the entire design for this. I'm going to use my scraper and just gently give it a scrape. I'm going to boink my stamper off. Boink. Here's our design. And I'm going to line this up over this gunmetal gray chrome nail. And just press down, making sure I get it all over. And you can see the designs transferred. Now these have to be cured. So I'm going to take those and put them into my LED light for 1 minute, or UV for 2. Remove the excess gel polish from my stamper. And now I'm using the same powdered sugars that I did before, and I'm applying with a sponge applicator. So this gel polish right now that it's catching into is tacky, and that's what makes the different texture. When you apply the powdered sugar to the tacky surface, it looks completely different than it does when you apply it to the surface of a tack-free top coat that's already been cured. And so that's what creates this amazing embossed look. Now you don't have to use the same exact powdered sugar. You could totally switch your colors, but I like the way the tone-on-tone looks. And now all this needs is a top coat. The top coat will not affect the way that this looks, which is one of my favorite things about the powdered sugars. And so that is it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you'll try it. I know we just added a bunch of powdered sugars back in stock, so if you don't have them, grab them and enjoy.